In the dazzling beauty of the French Riviera, one woman senses that danger is closer than ever, and she's ready to fight for her family. The sun-drenched elegance of Nice, France, with its breathtaking views and golden summer charm, should have felt like paradise. But for Diane Jenkins Abbott, it feels anything but. Behind the glamorous walls of the sprawling Dumi Chateau, where luxury drips from every corner and the festivities seem endless, Diane senses a storm quietly building. And in the upcoming episodes of The Young and the Restless, that storm may explode in ways no one sees coming. Diane, seasoned by years of surviving Geno City's ruthless games and heartbreaking betrayals, feels something is terribly off. Her instincts, sharpened through decades of pain, power plays, and personal mistakes, refuse to be silenced. This time, her focus is not on enemies from the outside. It's on her son, Kyle Abbott. A mother's radar is rarely wrong, and Diane's is screaming warnings. Kyle has been spending more time with Audra Charles, and while he brushes it off as business as usual, casual banter, strategy talks, Diane knows better. She's lived long enough, made enough mistakes, and fallen for enough lies to recognize when something isn't right. And with Audra, things are far from harmless. She's not just confident or flirtatious. She's deliberate, dangerous, and on a mission. What begins as unease soon turns into chilling realization. Whether it's by accident or through her own calculated sleuthing, because let's be honest, Diane rarely accidentally discovers anything. She stumbles upon undeniable proof. She learns that Kyle and Audra have shared private time alone. And it wasn't innocent. Not a look across the room, not a conversation by the bar. Audra shamelessly flaunted herself in nothing but lingerie. It's not just inappropriate, it's manipulative. And Diane sees right through it. She immediately recognizes the strategy. Audra is using seduction to destabilize Kyle, to pull him away from his family, his purpose, and maybe even his future. But Diane sees the bigger game. This isn't just about Kyle. It's about weakening the Abbott legacy from the inside out. Diane's blood runs cold at the thought of her son being played. She's worked hard to rebuild trust with Kyle after their rocky history. Years of damage and healing have finally brought them to a place of fragile understanding. And now, someone like Audra threatens to destroy it all. But Diane isn't one to sit back. Not anymore. She's walked the corridors of corporate power. She's survived betrayals that could have broken her. If she's learned anything, it's that silence is often deadly, and hesitation can cost everything. With Audra now firmly in her crosshairs, Diane is preparing for battle. What remains to be seen is how she'll fight. Will she confront Kyle directly, lay it all out and risk pushing him even closer to Audra in stubborn rebellion? Or will she take a more subtle route, playing Audra at her own game, exposing her motives quietly and efficiently? Diane knows she must act wisely. One wrong move, and the entire Abbott legacy could spiral. But this goes deeper than Kyle's entanglements. Diane's gut tells her this is part of something far more sinister. She's hearing whispers, rumors that enemies of Jack Abbott are resurfacing, hidden in the shadows, gathering strength. As Jack's partner and one of the pillars of the Abbott family, Diane feels the weight of protection now more than ever. Is Audra truly acting alone? Or is she being used by someone more powerful, more vindictive? Could she be aligned with Jack's old adversaries, people who want to see the Abbott name crumble? And is Kyle just collateral damage in their scheme, or the perfect pawn in a play for power? Diane has misjudged people before. She's put her trust in the wrong hands and stayed quiet when she should have spoken up. But not this time. This time, she's alert. She's watching. She's ready. And if protecting Kyle and Jack means confronting Audra head-on, pulling strings behind the scenes, or even turning the game on its head, so be it. Because Diane knows this is more than a flirtation. It's a warning sign of a bigger war. As the sun continues to shine over the Riviera, casting long shadows over the Dumies estate, Diane stands at a crossroads. Every instinct in her body screams that this is a defining moment, not just for her son, but for the Abbott legacy. One wrong move, one delay, and everything she's worked to rebuild could be lost. Diane Jenkins Abbott has survived betrayal before, but this time, the stakes are higher. And one thing is certain, she won't go down without a fight.